Trying something a little different tonight. Again, we're going with some Earthdawn. And I made up kind of two custom characters. I actually chose what I want this time. I didn't just roll randomly to see what I had. I wanted to play, oddly enough, two humans. Kind of weird, eh? I have a human warrior and a human wizard that I made up because I wanted to do some Earthdawn adventuring, and I'm gonna try and run through the introductory adventure. It's in the free quick start download for Earthdawn 4E, and it is called Masks of Fear Adventure. This adventure serves as an introduction to Earthdawn. It focuses on bringing players together and defeating a threat to the caravan they are traveling with on their way to a new home. I think the story is to part1. Let's read ahead here. First of all, welcome to Game Mastering, blah blah blah. You'll want to read through the quick start packet, blah blah blah. Okay, let's jump ahead. The story so far. Here we go. During the Scourge, countless horrors feasted on the pain and despair of people across Barsave. One was a vile creature known only as Beguiler. Since the Scourge, this horror has been banished from the physical plane. Unfortunately, Violo Hagen, an elf nethermancer, seeks Beguiler's return. The elder elf was one of Beguiler's puppets when the horror roamed the land. The mark Beguiler left on the nethermancer has driven him mad. Violo has found a way to communicate with Beguiler in the netherworlds, and through this connection has been granted a few of the horror's most basic abilities. The nethermancer can madden spirits of air, allowing him to conjure sudden and potent storms. The elf can also craft masks using the wood of a particular type of black oak. These masks control those who wear them, and those marked by Beguiler while wearing a mask become trapped in a living death. Any trip across Barsave has its share of hazards, and the trip from Bartertown to Haven is no different. Every 3 months, the Last Cause Caravan Company sponsors a trip in an effort to keep independent travelers safe from these dangers. Cool, okay, so I'm on the caravan. I'm gonna be a guard, I guess. 2 new adepts joining the caravan as guards. And I guess, okay, so we're on our way to Haven. Elora Sundermar leads this particular trip. A few other notable personalities signed on to be guards for the caravan as well. These veteran guards are J.T. Farian, Zeolate Jure, Boslin Okram, and Nivek Jamar. Each of these adepts work for a different adventuring company in Haven, and while they may not completely trust one another, see this as their best bet for a safe journey across Barsave. Okay, so listen, there's stats for these 4 adepts further down. May not completely trust. Okay, Haven is a rough and tumble frontier village on the edge of the legendary ruins of part1. Yes, right. But there are still quite a few people looking to try their luck out there. A dwarf weaponsmith named Vetus from one of Thrall's inner cities has brought his wife Zar and his daughter Rhea, looking to escape their past. Okay, so they're on the caravan. Another dwarf named Timon is headed to Haven for a fresh start. Okay. A human named Balerin has been sent to take over Garland's Alms, a home for the infirm. And Garan and Tisha Indis, a bickering orc brother and sister, are looking to try their hand at exploring the ruins. They're adepts, I guess. Finally, the human mother Ash and her triplet sons Hubin, Dubin, and Lubin are on their way to meet their father, who has supposedly struck it rich in the ruins of part1. Their father must be maybe an adept as well. Okay, so Huey, Dewey, and Louie there. The plot summary is the adventure for the player characters begins with circling the wagons scenario with a sandstorm brewing in the east. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I won't bother reading that. Okay. Now, setting the stage, it says you can smell the difference between before you see anything, and the winds have changed. Instead of flowering spring plants, you feel the harsh and arid air of the rocky dunes to the east. It isn't long before you see Farian, the caravan scout, riding hard back to the camp. So everybody is just on their wagons, I guess, just touring along. And then, yeah, suddenly we're confronted by our scout on the caravan. He bellows as only an orc can. A windstorm is coming from the east and fast. We've got maybe an hour until it's right on top of us. You and the other guards turn to the caravan leader, Elora Sundermar. We're too far from anywhere for shelter, she says. The elf says. She turns to Farian and the other veteran guards. Help me get the pavilion up. So they start setting up a large tent, I guess. Elora turns to you, the new recruits. That's us. You lot, get the wagon circled. We can't be vulnerable before or after this storm. She dismounts her wagon and starts gesturing for Farian to grab the pavilion supplies and turns back to you. We've got 4 wagons. Get the other 3 to form up around me, like points of a compass. Move it. Okay. So, the caravan. Okay. The caravan is traveling through a hilly country and tends toward rocky dunes to the northeast. The group is isolated with no sign of nearby habitation or shelter. In addition, the sunstorm seems to have the guards and the horses spooked. There should be a sense of foreboding. Okay, so we go to each wagon. One wagon belongs to Vetus and his family. One belongs to Ash and her family, the 3 boys, 3 twins. And the third belongs to the orc siblings. Also carrying Balerin, the human guy, and Timon, the dwarf dude. Each wagon is having its own minor crisis as the storm breaks out and the party must resolve each to get them into position. So I kind of picture... I think for this to work, if you were to run this, they don't say it, but it's a storm coming in. For that to be of any use, circling wagons, I would think that you'd have to be in a bit of a bowl, like a bit of an indented area. Anyways, we'll deal with that later. So first, okay, we'll approach my 2 characters, neither of which are charismatic. Charisma 10 for both. Okay, that's fine. We'll approach Vetus's wagon. The horses on Vetus's wagon are refusing to cooperate. Something about the storm has them spooked. Vetus is a surly dwarf who doesn't like the idea of unknown adepts getting involved in his business, so it is difficult to get on his good side. His wife, daughter, and one of Ash's sons are inside the wagon, leaving the difficult task to their take-charge patriarch. Vetus's horses can be brought to heel from the ground with an animal bond or charisma test. Difficulty number of 6. Attempting this from the driver's seat grants 2 bonus, but Vetus doesn't want the characters climbing into his seat. Successful conversation or charisma test against his social defense of 7 means he will allow the characters onto the wagon. This will add a +2. The Game Master may provide +2 bonus to the test if the character's roleplay is suitably differential. No. Okay, so we're just gonna roll the dice here. So I do have diplomacy and etiquette. So they'll both try to talk him down using diplomacy and etiquette. So I'll just add a +2 for that. So the fighter will try charisma 5, a d8. 5 + 2 from his etiquette. So that's 7, and then I'll add the diplomacy perhaps. This is the wizard. Yeah, he can add. Nope, he's on his own. Phage, the warrior, human warrior, has no charisma abilities. So we're going to roll d12. Rolling a d12 against difficulty number of 6 to convince this Oh, 11. Nice roll. Okay. We do convince him to allow us into the driver's seat. Oh, sorry, yeah, it was 7. Social defense I had to beat of Vetus. Okay, and if I do, he allows me into the driver's seat of the cart, the wagon, and from there I get a +2 bonus on charisma to calm the animals. I don't have animal bond or anything like that, so +2 on charisma, so that puts me back up to 7, so D12, and I'm rolling against a difficulty number of D6. So I fail. I cannot get those horses in line. Okay, I guess I can just try again. 7d12. It's one of those things. We'll see how long it takes me. Okay. Is there anything else I can add to this? I don't have any spells that would help this. I'll just flame flash the guy. Can I do that? Nope. How many turns does it take me to keep trying this? 12. Okay, exploding dice. Wow, yeah, that's 23. Cool. We get Vetus under control. His wagon into position, that is. Okay, next we go over to Indus's wagon. Tisha is driving the wagon. That's the sister orc. While a game of cards is being played in the back. Tisha is typically the calm and reasonable sibling. Unfortunately, when the party approaches her to discuss moving her wagon into place, a fight breaks out in the back of the wagon. Garan's angry because he thinks Balerin, that's the human dude, is cheating, and they've begun to tussle. Balerin wants nothing more than to be away from the orcs. Timon finds the whole affair quite entertaining and stays out of the way, edging on the combatants. Talking Garan down is difficult, requiring a successful test using charisma. Not charisma again. Or another sociability against DN, difficulty number of 12. One failed attempt and things will come to blows. Okay, so the wizard starts trying to talk him down. He rolls a 3 and fails. Okay, they start fighting. Okay, that's where an unarmed combat or strength test against difficulty 10 can wrestle them into submission. That's where Phage steps in with his strength of 14. He'll, does he have unarmed combat? Oh shoot, I don't. I have missile weapons. Okay. Yeah, he just rolls a d10. A d10 versus... what is it now? Against 10. I need a 10. Melee weapons, maneuver. Okay. 6, no. Start getting into a fight. A rule of 1 fails. 5. 4 rounds in. 6, nope. Okay, well that's a lost cause. They left to their own devices. Garan flees. The wagon takes off. Yeah, they spooked the horse. Okay, so I fail that. I'll move over to Ash's wagon. If left to their own devices, Balerin will flee from Garan, drawing the wagon far out of position and earning the players a thorough browbeating from Elora. Okay, so the new recruits aren't doing so great here. That's alright. There's only 2 of us. We got no charisma-based character, and so far everything's been charisma here. Okay. What can you do? Ash's wagon is at the rear of the caravan, and the 8-year-old Hubin is holding the horse's reins and doing a decent job of keeping them in place. His mother can be seen investigating the underbrush to the west. When the characters ask him to circle the wagon, he gives a grin and tells the characters, "No can do. Ma'am says we ain't moving from this spot till she finds Lubin and whoops him silly." Lubin has snuck off. Ash is a mother with frayed nerves and is convinced Lubin has run off into the long grass. She's looking for a trail a few yards from the wagon and will gladly accept help, but does not like anyone bad-mouthing her mothering. Triplets are indistinguishable. Blah, blah, blah. The awareness test or perception test against a difficulty number of 8 will find there are no tracks leading into the underbrush. Awareness. Anybody have awareness? No. Okay, perception though, I got. 7, that's a d12. Difficulty number of 8. 7. Spends a few rounds looking. 12, okay. Yeah, I find there's no tracks. The perceptive wizard. Oh, he doesn't have a name. Let's call him Mithra. Okay. Searching the back of Ash's wagon. I need a perception test there. Difficulty number 4. Failed. Take another 6 seconds. 8. Okay. Difficulty number 4. We'll find there are no tracks leading. Notice Dubin apparently finds the whole situation amusing. He loves that Lubin has caused so much trouble. Does not want to rat him out. Fortunately, it's relatively easy to persuade the child. Charisma or appropriate social ability against his social defense of 5. So I do have diplomacy. The wizard does. Or etiquette of 2. Can I use etiquette? Child's etiquette? I can probably do that. I'll add 2 to my charisma, so that'll put me up to 7. D12. I'll play, I'll speak the kid's language, I guess. Do I need a 5 or better? Okay, so I do it. And, okay, and if you do it, Lubin has snuck off. He tattles on his brother and reveals that Lubin has snuck off to play with Rhea in Vetus's wagon. They must be in love, he says. Okay, we'll go back to Vetus's wagon. And okay, players will need to ask Vetus family thorough search of the weaponsmith. Vetus's wife will readily reveal the child is hiding unaware. Okay, so just say that we sort that out. And we failed to get the one wagon. So we get yelled at from Indra, or whatever her name is, the wagon master. And then she has to go deal with it. Okay, so on to scene 2, coming storm. The storm howls outside the pavilion where people and animals huddle together. The storm's ferocity is intimidating and everyone is quietly waiting to see if the tent will be enough to keep the winds at bay. Then you hear the cry. Somewhere out in the storm, a woman wails and a baby screams. The scout Farian is first to his feet, and the other veterans look about nervously. All your travelers are accounted for. One of the veterans, a troubadour named Nivek, speaks up. It could be a trap. Many of my songs start with a horror luring people from their safe havens. Farian is already stringing his bow. Can we risk that? What if they really need our help? All the guards should go. We find these poor souls and save them. Not all the guards, says Elora, as her voice cuts through the group's rumblings. Perhaps whatever it is wants to attack the camp, and this storm is deadly enough. We can't risk so many hands. You four, she gestures towards the veterans, go investigate while the rest of us keep the camp secure. Her tone brooks no argument. Those chosen head into the storm, and soon after the crying stops, all that remains is the howling wind. Okay, the storm is pressing in, and the characters suddenly find themselves in charge of the caravan's protection. Elora is still present as a safety net, but the other guards have ventured into the unknown danger. The cramped conditions of within the tent and the isolation from assistance should be palpable at this point. Elora will be focused on calming the others and entertaining the children with illusion magic, reminding the characters to keep an eye on the perimeter, especially the tent entrance. Okay, so behind the scene, about an hour after the veterans leave, this is the behind the scene GM information. Some sickly wolves sneak through the storm to the camp. The number of wolves is equal to the number of players. These creatures are battered, starving, and desperate enough to attack the tent. A perception test of 5 notices the creatures just as they are about to pounce. Players who succeed at this test are not surprised and can act during the first round. The wolves initially target the children or animals, but will defend themselves against threatening characters. So if we're in the tent, and the tent is supposed to... I guess they could maybe get under the tent and snatch a kid, and we're supposed to be standing outside the tent, maybe? I don't have a hard time picturing this setup. because it says here troubleshooting. Players might chafe at being left out of the action. Alora reminds them that they're under her employ and everyone needs to do their duty. Okay, whatever. If an adept does head out into the storm, they take step 8 damage, reduced by physical armor, every round they're exposed to the scouring winds. So that's some serious sandpaper wind. How does a tent? Okay, so maybe the wind's howling and it's still able, like the tent doesn't come fully down to the ground. Well, maybe it does, but maybe the wind and the wolves can still kind of get under there. Can the wolves kind of get under there and sneak a person out like a kid? And also, how can we be watching the perimeter, standing outside in a wind, step 8 damage every round? Do the wagons around the perimeter, like around the tent, add enough protection maybe? I guess. Let's just say it does, I guess. So that allows us to stand outside so we can walk around the perimeter, I guess, without taking the damage. So, okay, so we'll have, okay. Let's say that's how we roll. So let's get a couple nasties here. And we'll take, what we got here? There's my wizard. Nice, okay. So there's just 2 wolves. As many wolves as there are characters. So we'll say that, so here's the, here's the tent. So it's got like horses and like, what was it, like 8 people in there? 3, 6, 8, 12 people or so. We'll say this is the doorway and we're just kind of standing around out. So there'd be wagons, I guess, kind of like wagons. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see the 4 wagons being enough to properly circle a pavilion tent big enough for that many people. Maybe it's a small tent. I think it'd be nice if this adventure just had a little map, just a combat map, just to show the scale of those wagons and the tent, maybe. I don't know. The GM is expected to come up with that, I guess, but seems difficult to me. Okay, so we'll just use our imagination. That's what it's all about. And okay, so the wolves try to sneak up. We need a perception test of 5. Perception test. And I do have danger sense of 3 on Phage the fighter. So 7, step 7 for him, and step 7 for Mithra. So they both roll a d12 with looking for a 5 or better. 5. Okay, so Mithra, the wizard, notices them coming. Okay, so they'll move up, and they're gonna try and go for the kids, but I guess so. They'll move around, and we'll move up to fight them. Okay, and then they'll attack us, I guess, supposedly. Okay, so here we go. We start with initiative. Initiative being our dexterity step. So step 6 is a d10. A d10 for Phage. He's got a 3. And d6 for the wizard, Mithra. He's got a 3. So we both go on 3. And d12 for the wolves. 1. Okay, so they go on 1. Okay, easy enough. And what spells would Mithra have? Well, he would have had 10 minutes to tune his 2 matrices. So he would take, he's gonna get ready for a fight. So he'd take, how about mage armor? And, how about, I don't know. Let's go with Flame Flash. Mind Dagger doesn't take any threads though. I'll go with Mind Dagger. Go with Mind Dagger. Okay. Mind Dagger and Mage Armor. So he will cast. Okay, so we go first. He will cast Mage Armor on Phage. That's what he'll attempt to do. So it's 0 threads. So okay, so I'm new to this. Sorry, bear with me. This is learning experience for us. 0 threads, and he'll cast 10-yard range. Yeah, and it will do. Duration is 2 rounds. I can do two daggers. Okay. So I'll do a spell casting test at 10, so that's 2d8 against the target's Mystic Defense, I guess. Yeah, okay. And Wolf Mystic Defense is 7, 6, so I fail. I fail this turn. Phage steps up to 1 wolf and attacks it. He will get. What do we got here? We got him. He will. Yeah, before we came out, he would do Woodskin. No, let's not bother with Woodskin. He didn't get a chance. Okay, he'll go melee weapons. So that's Dexterity plus 3. So that's a 9, D8, D6 to attack. And he will try. Why doesn't he try a maneuver? That takes a strain. Let's do that. Okay, so we'll just go. We'll keep track here. Take a strain, and that's 1 plus Dex, so that's a 7. So I roll a D12 against. Nope, that fails. Okay, then I'll just attack, and that fails. Oh, I gotta start using karma, don't I? I'll do that next time. Okay, we fail to attack. The wolf turns and attacks back. So this thing attacked with an 8, so that's a step 8. So that's a 2d6 on Phage. Exploding dice. 10. Oh no. 16. 19 on his physical defense of 11. Okay, 19. So he only gets 1 extra success, thankfully. Okay, plus 2 damage to the thing. Damage is 2d8. Oh, sorry, it's step 10, so plus 2, so 12, 2d10 damage. 2d10 damage on Phage right out of the gate. Look at that, 11 damage. He's got physical armor of 5, so he's now up to 12 damage. Yeah, I've taken 12 damage. So that was 11, that's a wound. I take a wound. Wow. Okay. Right out of the gate, I'm just pounced. Okay, and this one will move up and strike Phage as well. So its attack is, what was it, 2d6? 8. He's got a physical defense of 11, so that will do nothing. Okay, it's back to our turn. Okay, I've got Mind Dagger and Mage Armor. In the Matrix, so let's cast Mage Armor. Yeah, let's cast Mage Armor on Phage. He needs the help maybe here. Okay, so we do a spell casting of 10, so it's 2d8. Yeah, sorry, I'm still a little slow at this. Against the Mystic Defense of Phage. Oops. Mystic Defense of Phage, which is 6. Okay, it's gotta beat a 6. Oh my gosh. Double 1s. That's a critical fail. Something special happened for that? No, I guess we'll just keep going and just that it automatically fails, however. Okay, that's pretty brutal here. We're not doing so great. Okay, Thage will, ooh, maybe I should try to maneuver against the thing. What's their physical defense of 9? That's pretty high. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. I could just take strain. Although it gives me, okay, yeah, let's do it. 7d12. Okay, so I take another strain. 7. Physical defense. I think it's against maneuvers, against physical defense, probably. Take a quick look here. Yep. Target's physical defense. Okay, so I take a strain. Down to 13 damage. Consciousness at 43, so not so bad. Okay, and then he just hauls off and swings his broadsword. 3. Step 3 plus 6 strength, or dexterity, sorry. 9, d8, d6. Okay. Tries to hit the thing. I need a 10 or better. Whiff. And a karma. I'm using a karma this time. 6, 7. Okay, I have used. So down to 1. Okay. I have not succeeded at hitting anything or casting a spell. I've failed both spell attempts and both attack attempts. That's pretty brutal. Oh, yeah. Mithra is staying back out of the combat. He has no armor, he has nothing, no weapon. Okay. One dog attacks with 2d6 on Phage. Needs to beat an 11. Miss. And the second wolf attacks with a 5. Okay, so that's more like it. They should not be hitting him very easily with a physical defense of 11 on 2d6. They should not get many hits in. That fighter, that warrior should stand in there pretty tough. Okay, let's try this again. Spell casting. Physical defense. I can almost make him invincible if I can just cast that darn spell. Spell casting of 10. So 2d8. Here goes again. I'm going to try mage armor, and I'm going to use a karma against his mystic defense of 6. I've got to be able to beat a 6. Goodness gracious. Yeah, there we go. So there's 15. 20. Yeah, so I got 2 extra success. Okay, 2 extra success on the mage armor. That gives him +3 to physical armor. And extra success. Yeah, that gives me something cool. Juggler's Touch. Now there's a spell. Juggler's Touch. Why would I? It just seems it's like a 6th level, 6th circle spell. It just kind of seems lame. Some of the spells in here, not a lot to choose from. Anyway, success levels increase duration by 2 rounds. Okay, so I got 2 extra success. So okay, so it goes 4 extra rounds. From his usual armor rank in rounds. So 3 rounds plus 4, so 7 rounds this will last for. Okay, and +3. +3 to physical armor, so it goes to 8 for 3 rounds. 7 rounds, sorry. I'll just put 7 there. Perfect. Okay, so I got a spell off. Amazing. Okay, we succeeded at something. That's good. Okay, and now Thage will attempt to... yeah, he's not going to bother maneuvering again. That's just not going to work out for him. So, melee weapons, step 3, plus his dexterity of 6, so that's 9 d8 d6. We need a 10. Okay, exploding dice, so that's 11. 16. 16. Now their physical defense is 9. So that's 1 extra success. So he hits. I finally hit. Yes, okay, and I add 2 steps to this. The damage is 5. My strength is 11. Strength is 6. Strength is 6. So that's 11. Step 11 plus 2 because of the extra success. So that's a 13. Step 13, d12, d10. Cool. Okay. That's always more fun when they start, they start getting some damage in there. Don't like that d10. I like this one better. Oh. 4. Physical armor is 3. So I hit the wolf. I hit wolf 1 for 1 damage. 1 measly damage. Okay. Well, not so bad. At least we're getting better. Okay, now the wolves both attack Phage. So that's 2d6 to strike. Need to beat an 11. No. And 10. Oh yeah, that's exploding dice. Okay, so that's 1 hit, no extra success. I've got the extra armor, so that's gonna help. Okay, we should be able to start moving here a little faster now that I've got the stuff figured out. Oh boy, hey, that's 11. 11 more damage. He's got physical armor of 8, so he only takes 3 damage. So he's up to 16 damage. Where's my eraser? We're down to 6. So that's 1 round of 7. So 1. Okay, so they hit me again. He's 16, so that's no wound or anything like that. Oh, I have a -1 step because of my wound. Do wounds affect my physical defense as well? I'll have to look that up here. Okay, it just says you suffer a -1 per wound to all tests. So we won't change any of these defense stats, just any tests, any rolls that I make. Makes sense. Okay, so back to us. Mithra will how about try that mind dagger again? Gonna send a mind dagger off. So I'm gonna spell cast. Okay, so we used a karma. I'm gonna use another karma for spell casting. So that's a 2d8 plus a d6. Why not? Pass a physical. Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. On 1, wolf 1. Nice. So that's 10, 18 exploding dice. Oh, 19. Okay. 19 on target's mystic defense. So that's 7. 19 on. Okay, that is 17 would be 2 extra success. Okay. I scored 2 extra success on that. And what does Mind Dagger extra success give me? Mind Dagger? Increase effect step. Ooh, so okay, will plus 2 damage. And -2 penalty. Okay, so -4. Okay. Additionally, the target suffers -2 penalty to the end of next round. His effect test determines how much damage is inflicted once. Okay. Okay, so I do will plus 2, so now plus 4 because of the extra. Oh wait, 2 extra success. Oh, so that's will plus 6 damage. Will is 7 plus 6, 13. And I'll use, oh, I already used a karma. Yeah, I can't use karma for this. Okay, so d12, d10. 12 and d10 damage. So 10, and it has a mystic armor of 2, so that's 8 damage. Oh, and it inflicts a wound. Okay, so Wolf 1 has a -1. I did 8 damage, so it's now at 9 damage. And it has -2 PD physical defense. -2 PD because of the Mind Dagger effect. Oh, no, that affects it for 2 rounds. Okay. Oh, very cool. Okay, so it has a wound. Its unconscious rating is 17, and even at 9. Okay, cool. Now Phage will attack. He will roll his step 9, d8, d6, and he'll use another karma on the attack. Exploding dice, nice. So that's 11, 12. Lame. Okay. There goes another karma. 3. 3 left for Mithra as well. Okay, so he hit with an 11, 12. Its physical defense is now, was 9, but it's now down 2, so it's down to 7. Did I roll? 6, 7, 12. Did I roll a 12? So that's 1 extra success on damage, so 12, 2d10 damage. Oh, exploding dice, but there's a 1. So that's 11. Oh, 21, another explosion. 21. 23 damage. It's got 21 death rating. So, yeah, it already had 9 damage, so we slay 1 wolf. Yeah, cool. Okay, we won. Okay, now that wolf attacks. Oh, it says here, the scene ends when the wolves are killed or chased back into the storm. A wolf will flee if it takes a second wound, and the entire pack will be run off if more than half their number are removed from combat. Let's keep going. Combat is the best part here. So the wolf attacks with 2d6 on Phage. 9. Whoa, 14. His physical defense is 11. 14 isn't quite an extra success, so he does bite through, but no extra success. So it's 2d8 damage on Phage. 4. Okay, doesn't get through armor, which is currently 8. So that's another round off that. The mage armor. Okay, good. His armor saved him. It's our turn again. I'm supposed to roll initiative every turn in this. Let's take a look. Yes, absolutely. Initiative every round. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just stick to this, I guess, for simplicity, since I'm new here. And this has the protocol where you have to declare, everybody declares what they're doing and then rolls initiative, which is interesting. I kind of like that. It makes sense to use that for pretty well all games, but okay, so we're gonna go, actually, let's do a D10, and step 5, D8 for Mithra. Our initiative is 7 and 8. Wow. Okay, and this thing's initiative is a D12. 11. Okay, so it goes first. It attacks. Phage. 2d6. Not gonna beat his 11. Okay, and then we go. Okay, Phage. Let me do the Mind Dagger again. That was fun. Okay, spell casting. 10, so that's 2d8. Not gonna use any karma anymore. I need to save those. Okay, so that's only a 6. Oh wait. This is probably the only thing we're gonna have in the day. Let's use a karma. 6, 10. Mystic defense is 7. Okay, so I use another karma. So I have 2 left. That's cool. No extra success though. So then I roll, what was it? Willpower plus 2 damage. Willpower is step 7, so that's a d12 damage. 2, and its mystic armor is 2, so I deal no damage, but it gets a -2 PD. -2 to its physical defense for the next 2 rounds. So that's helpful. Okay. That makes it easier for Phage to hit with his, slice it with his sword. So he's gonna go rolling a 9, a d8, and a d6. D8, D6, and let's add a karma die. Oh, nice explosion there. So 8 and 8, oops. So 16 plus another 8. Wow, 24. Oh, wow, 31 attack. Love those exploding dice. 31 attack. Okay, so we're down to 2 karma. 31. Now its physical defense is 9, reduced down to 7. 31. Wow. 6 would be 37. Right? Yep. 5 would be 32. Oh yeah, 4 extra. Not quite that 5th, that's just off. 4 extra success. So that's plus 8. Step plus 8. My goodness. So that's broadsword of 11 plus 8 is 19. Step 19. D20, D6. Oh, D20, 2D6, sorry. Wow, now that's fun. Look at the dice I get to roll. Yeah, that's right. That's so fun. Oh, and a terrible roll. Oh, the 19 looks pretty good the way. So that's a 21 damage in one shot. Oh yeah, it's death rating of 21. So he kills that wolf in one fell swoop. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Cool. Okay, so we kill the wolves, and then we go back. We go back in to the pavilion. The scene ends when the wolves are killed. Blah 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 blah. The storm blows itself out a little past midnight, but Elora counsels caution. The night passes slowly, and none of the 4 veteran guards return. At dawn, she orders the travelers to start packing up. Ooh. All right, picking up where we left off, we have gathering the troops, scene 3, and this is so adventure. So I'll just running off the tablet tonight. The dawn does not bring much comfort. The storm has passed, but the other guards have not returned. Elora has the others begin packing the wagons and gathers you together. I don't like the smell of this. That storm was far too sudden, she says, and Ferry and the others should be back by now. We need to figure out what happened to them, but we can't leave our caravan exposed here for too long. We've got half a day. Find out what you've got half a day. Find out what happened and bring anyone you find back, dead or alive. The companies in Haven won't forgive us if we don't investigate their missing members. So themes and images for this scene. The weather is still and everything is quiet, and almost disturbingly so. The non-combatants are uncomfortable with the thought of staying here any longer than they must. If there is a threat out there capable of defeating the veteran guards, it could easily handle the remaining troops. Most are ashamed of their desire to flee, but there is little else they can do. Only Alora remains outwardly confident as she attempts to keep spirits up and provide what advice she can to the characters should they require assistance. So, okay, so my two little Circle 1 adepts here. I'm gonna head out, try and follow try and track the 4 veteran adepts. So behind the scenes here says, the storm left some traces of magic in the area. If the elementalist succeeds at a pattern craft 10 difficulty test, they can determine air spirits were responsible. With any additional successes, they learn traces of other magic responsible for disturbing the spirits. So, kind of new to this, but maybe my half magic could work for my wizard. Let's just take a look here. Maybe we'll just roll it. Wizards may use half magic to recognize different types of magic use. There we go. Identify specific uses of wizardry and for knowledge of magical rituals. Well, sure. I'm new enough to let that work. That seems good to me. Oh, it is the next morning too, so we'll do our karma rituals, I suppose. The wizard draws a circle at least 2 yards and blah blah blah. Right. Yes, he has to do some drawing in the sand. And my warrior, what's he do? Karma ritual. Sits cross-legged, holding a weapon across his knees. After a few minutes of meditation, he levitates as if using air dance talent. The ritual uses the talent does not cause the warrior then performs a series of 4 exercises. Yep, cool. Alright, so we're gonna do half magic. I think it's just circle plus whatever attribute you're using half magic for, so this will be perception. I guess that's probably usually that way, so that'd be step 8. So 2d6, that's what I get to roll against a difficulty of 10. Okay, here we go. 2d6, looking for a 10 or better. Oh yeah, look at that. 9, exploding die. So that was 12, so I did it. Alright, love exploding dice. Okay, so it says, the storm obscured the most obvious signs, but it appears that Nivik, the elf troubadour, took care to leave marks on various rocky outcroppings using bits of bright paint. Other methods for tracking are allowed, blah blah blah. So I do have the trail, so I follow the trail, and then it says here troubleshooting. Truly helpless PCs or those with terrible luck might have no success at tracking the lost guards. If they put a solid effort into the attempt, then they will run into Boslin's Hutaway Beaker. So she was the Beastmaster adept. The animal appears terribly weathered, but upon finding the party will lead them right to the Wayward Cave. Very cool. Okay, so scene 4. Here we go. Setting the stage. It's been 2 hours pushing through these barren and rocky hills. As you crest another shifting pile of dirt, you see a rocky outcrop ahead of you. It looks like a cave is nestled into this tiny valley. As you survey the area, a cluster of forms emerges from the cave's mouth. One appears to be the lost troubadour, Nivek, though he is wearing a ghastly mask made of black wood. The others are emaciated humans and orcs wearing rough leather and hide. They also wear similar black masks. The masked men all reach for daggers except for Nivik's shining broadsword. Alright, so I brought got my terrain here, and let's throw on some bad guys here. What do we got here? These wastes have scant flora and fauna. Traveling through them gets harder by the minute, and the hot sun makes experience even more uncomfortable. At this point, the group is getting near to the point where they must turn back to return before midday. The characters are on their own and must gather what information they can. It is make or break time for the fledgling guards. The masked men are eerily quiet. Their masks are deep black wood showing a wicked, grinning face. Each mask looks slightly different. The mask on Nivik's face is the most ornate, adorned with curling ram's horns. The men utter no sound even after the fight comes to blows. Okay. There are a number of madmen equal to the number of characters, so just 2. They have fallen sway to the horrors, influence, and will battle until being knocked unconscious. If any of the opponents are knocked down, including being knocked unconscious or killed, their masks fall from their face and calls out to any person within close combat range not wearing a mask. A willpower test against DN4 is enough to resist the call from any given mask. But the madmen will always fail. If a character fails, the character must spend their next available action picking up the mask and putting it on. The following round, they may attempt one more willpower test. Failure forces the character to attack one of their former allies. That's awesome. Nivek is a 4th circle troubadour and should be quite the challenge for a group of first circle PCs, avoiding their blows and preparing attacks of his own. His game statistics are provided below. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, so I gotta fight Nivek, the 4th circle troubadour, and 2 masked men. Okay, so let's set this whole show up here. So I got what do I got? I got my wizard. Here's the masked men, we'll say. They're the monsters. Here's my warrior. So there's Thage, Stormblade, and there's Mithra, the wizard. And this dude here will be Nivek. He's just inside the cave, I think it said, or something. Yeah, we'll put him there anyways. Yeah, okay, so... Yep. Okay, as they come out of the cave, we'll spend a turn preparing. So they're coming towards us. Thage is going to use something I should have done last time. Wood skin. He's going to do that. So that's step 7, toughness plus 2 rank. So that's a 9, d8, d6. And nice. It's exploding die right there. 9 and 11. And wood skin. Let's just look it up. Make sure we got this right. Adding the result to his health rating for his case, I spend a recovery test and make a wood skin test. Add the result to my health ratings for his wood skin rank in hours. So yeah, so I got 2 hours worth of this. So that'll get me through this fight and the next one maybe too. When the talent is active, they add up some muscles and ligaments, take on a whatever. So 12. I had 12. Very cool. That's fun. I add 12 to these. So that'll be 55. Yeah, 55 unconscious. And then 62 death rating. Okay. That should be helpful. And Mithra will cast Mage Armor. Well, he could probably take a turn to add a thread to that too. That's what we're gonna do. Let's try that. I haven't gotten to do that yet. That's kind of cool. I think that adds something, something pretty cool. Right? I think it should. Mage Armor. Extra threads, increase duration, increase effect. That's what I want. Increase effect. Okay, so I'm going to weave a thread. So his thread weaving is 10, so 2d8. I have to roll a 5. Should be able to do that. I don't need to spend karma. Oh yeah, heck yeah. So that's 15. Wow, 22. So that's 3 extra success and another thread. And then I cast the spell. So that takes 2 turns, so they will be right upon us by the time I finish this. He'll step up. We'll have Nivek. Takes his time. And I spell cast at 10, 2d10, against target's Mystic Defense, which is not great, I don't think. Mystic Defense, 6. Gotta be a 6, come on. Ow. Yeah. That's 12. 15. Oh, 15. Yeah, okay. So I have 1 extra success. Not, yeah, the thread weaving. You don't get bonuses on that. It's just the spell casting. So I can't. Okay, so I have mage armor with 1 extra success. So that, oh, yeah, shoot. That only gives it additional duration. Okay, that's fine. Duration is rank and rounds. Right, spellcasting 3 rounds plus 2 rounds. Okay, so that's good. 5 rounds. I'm gonna need that actually for 5 rounds. And I put its physical armor bonus of +3, and I put the extra thread in, and I wanted that to be increased effect. Increased effect +2 physical armor. So +5 physical armor total for 5 rounds. So that should be useful to Thage. +5, so he's up to 16. Oops, that's physical defense. Physical armor from 5. It goes up to 10 for 5 rounds. That's awesome. Okay, and then we clash with the baddies. Okay, I'll put that there. I don't suppose you can read that, eh? No, probably not. Okay, that's fine. So the bad guys, they have a D8 initiative. And I've got a D10 with age. D8, D10, bad guys. On a 7. Ooh. 3, they go first. Okay, so they come up on Phage and attack away. D12. Hitting with D12, eh? 8. He's got a physical defense of 11. That's a miss. 12. Oh boy. Exploding die. 17. That's 1 extra success. Damage with dagger is D12. Sorry, it's step 7 plus 2. Step 9 is D8, D6. D8, D6. Damage. Nothing exploded there, thankfully. I've got an armor of 10. That's awesome. So I took 2 damage. 2 damage. Okay. I took 16 damage. I have to make recovery tests this morning, which I did not do. I need to get 16 back recovery tests. Okay, 2. I'll use a D12. 3. And I'll use the second one. Oh no, 5 back. Okay, so I took 16 damage total. I'm still at 11 with a wound. Wow, okay, 11 damage with a wound, and I took 2 more, so now I'm at 13 damage with a wound. That wound would have affected my wood skin test, but it wouldn't have changed anything with that -1. It's a -1 step, whatever. I have to keep closer watch on that. Okay, so all my recovery tests are done for the day because I used 2 this morning to heal those lame rolls, and then I just used 1 for wood skin. So okay, so they did 2 damage to me. Time for Thage to return the favor. So he's going to melee weapons. 3 plus dexterity of 6, so that's 9. D8, D6. Karma. No, I'm not gonna yet. Wow. Maybe I should, eh? How tough are these things? 20? Let's try 1 karma. Here we go. Oh, good thing I did. 10. Plus 3, 13. Physical defense of 6. Yeah, okay. I didn't need to. That's okay. Karma available. I'll just put used. It's easier to keep track of just one tick. Okay. So I rolled a 13, so that's an extra extra success. That'll help me. That was worth it. Okay. So then I roll step 11 plus 2, so 13, d12, d10. I just love rolling all the different weird dice combos. So that's a 14 damage to the thing. That gives him a wound. That gives him 2 wounds exactly. Well, okay. Madman 1 and 2. And he takes 14 damage and has -2. Madman 1 smacked him good. And Mithra will cast Mind Dagger? I guess that still works on him. Yeah, it should still work. Mystic Armor, Mystic Defense of 6. Okay, with 0 threads, he will cast that. Spell casting of 10, so 2d8. Trying to beat a 6. 2d8. 7. I missed. Oh yeah, sorry, no. I need to beat a 6, so I did it. Just barely. And then I get to roll Mind Dagger effect of Will plus 2. Will plus 2. That's 7, 8, 9. Okay. Step 9 is a d8 and a d6. 9 damage. I might as well do it on the same one to try and kill him. So that's 9 damage. He's got a Mystic Armor of 2. 9 damage. That gives him 7 damage. That's another wound. He's at 21 and -3. 20 is an unconscious, so he is down, and his mask falls off. So he's down and the mask falls off. Now, Phage is in. Okay, that's the end of the round. Initiative, so D8 for them, D10 for Phage. Ooh, I go first. And Nivik will step up and join the combat. Now, Phage will go first, and he will give his all against Nivek. Let's just scroll down Nivek's stats. I'm afraid to see what he's got. 4th circle troubadour, eh? He's a troubadour, so he's not like a heavy hitting class. But he is 4th circle. There he is, okay. That's Nivek. He's supposed to be an elf. Looks like kind of a doofy looking human dude. Positive and upbeat human, it says here. Whatever. Okay, so his initiative is a D8. Let's see if he can beat an 8. He does. Oh, does he ever? Okay, so he does go first. So he steps up, and what is he going to do? His talents. What's he got for talents? I don't think it doesn't say. Oh yeah, avoid blow. Wearing hardened leather, wielding a broadsword. You cannot spend karma while wearing a mask. That's good. He's got avoid blow. He'll probably use that. Okay, so he will attack with 2d8. Wow. On the Phage. Oh, nice. A 6. That's not going to do it. Excellent. Okay. And then it is Phage's go. I will roll my... I'm going to try and put this guy down quick. Unconsciousness rating of 42. So he's twice as tough as masked maniac, dude, masked man. 9, yep, step 9, d8, d6. And I'm going to add another d6 karma. Trying to hit Nivek Jamar, physical defense of 8. Okay, 9, 10, 11. No extra success, but I do hit. It's another karma used. Awesome. Now, step dice, d8, d10. There goes some damage on Nivek. Not a ton, but 12. His armor is 5. Okay, so I do 7 to him. Nivek. Take 7. His wound threshold is 8. Nice. Didn't quite wound him. That's too bad. Okay, and then my caster Mithra goes last. Madman or masked man will attack Phage. Scroll back up. Wait for my crappy tablet to refresh. And I think it was a 2d8 you were attacking with. Is that right? It was a step 7, a d12. No, step 7, yeah, a d12. Let me just write that here. d12 for these guys, and then d12, yeah, for dagger. 7, d12. Okay, so he attacks, masked man attacks Thage. Hits an 8. Nope, physical defense of 11. That will not do it. Nice. Wow, his physical defense is keeping him in there. Okay, so Mithra, being last, will cast. I'm gonna go for the Mind Dagger on Nivek to make him more easily hit. Now, I can, maybe I should go for the thread boost there, I'm thinking. Let's just check out the thread boost for Mind Dagger. Yes, increase effect, -2 penalty to physical defense, so I can give him a -4 penalty to physical defense. I can't increase damage on that. Interesting. Oh, I can with extra success though. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna cast that. Actually, I'll take the turn to weave the thread for that. And that is a 2d8. 2d8, looking for a 5. Not gonna spend karma on that. I can probably hit a 5. Whew. Yep, heat. Okay, so he weaves a thread. Next turn, he will cast the spell. New round. D10 for Nivek. 9. D8 for the masked man. 6. And D10 for Thage. 7. So it's the same this time again. Nivek, Thage, Madman. And then a D8 for Mithra. Yeah, he goes last. Okay, Nivek will attack. Again. Just scroll back down to Nivek here. And he attacked with 2d8, I believe it was. 7. That's not gonna do it. Yep, that's right. It's 2d8. 7 will not hit my 11 on Thage. And then Thage will strike Nivek. He will use another karma. He's just burning through these things. Maybe he won't. I'll just hold off because I know there's more fight coming. Golly, D8, D6, I guess. Just melee weapons. Oh, nice. Exploding die. 9. 11. 11 on his physical defense of 8, so that's, yeah, just a hit, no extra success. D10, D8 damage. 8. Physical defense, physical armor, sorry, of 5, so he takes 3 damage. He's up to 10 damage now of 42. 42. Okay. Wow, this is going to be a long fight at this rate. Okay, masked man. He's got that D12. Oh boy. 5. That will not cut it. And then Mithra can do his spell cast. He's going to use a karma. This will be his first use. For spell casting, 2d8 on Nivek with a mystic defense of 10. Oh boy. Gotta hit a 10. Oh, exploding die. Perfect. Okay, 11, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. 2 extra defense, or success. 2 extra success. So that's gonna hurt. Nice. So each success adds 2 more damage to the. Okay, so it's will plus 4, plus 6, and the extra thread gives him a -4 total to PD. So his PD is now -4, so it's down to 4. Nice. Yes. Okay. And will of step 7 plus I said 6. Yeah, man. So that's step 13. D12, D10. D12, D10 damage. This could go well. This could go poorly. Oh, nice. Exploding dice. 15 plus 9. Oh, wow. 15 plus 9. 24 damage. Wow. 24 damage on the Mind Dagger. Mithra comes through. 24, eh? Let's him up to 34 damage. He's almost unconscious now. Now we're rocking. And 24. That would be 3 wounds. Oh, he's not going to be hitting back so hard now. Okay. Wicked. Okay. So it is initiative. Nevek 1. And oh yeah, I think we have to from our wounds drop that. And the yeah, and a 1 from the masked man anyways, whatever. I'll just initiative doesn't make a huge deal here. Yeah, D8s go down to D6, I guess.